Hi. Uh, so I don't, I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's the camera lens. Uh, so my plan for today was to release previews or my preview take for Wrestlemania and Supercard of Honor and Takeover New Orleans, amongst other shows that I would go and watch. And also provide an update on Call of Greatness, which is only 24 days away. But I don't, at the moment, I don't know whether those are going to come out today or even tomorrow. For example, I rarely ever get sick. The last time I got sick was like the middle of 2016 or something like that, or the end of 2016. At least that's the last time I got close to being sick. I haven't thrown up in 3 or 4 years, though it feels that way. I don't know if it's because my body is not taking dairy properly any longer. When I eat cereal, or with milk, of course, or anything dairy like cheese or whatever, my stomach starts turning. So I don't know if it's like a lactose intolerance kind of thing, or if it's like my body's losing its tolerance to dairy, or something along those lines. But I would assume cream is a part of that. And with my coffee, I drink low fat, or not low fat cream, light cream. So I don't know if it's that part of the coffee or if it's a coffee at all that's making my stomach turn right now. But I feel, I'm aware, and I'm somewhat energetic. I was just trying to write a song, and my stomach started turning. And this is my second cup of coffee on the day. And I have cream in it, and I have a shit ton of sugar in it. Though the sugar, I'm sure I'm used to. But my stomach is just turning out of nowhere. And my hair is obviously knotted. So I don't know if it's that part of the coffee that's making my stomach turn, or if it's the year-old coffee grounds that I use to make the coffee. For one, this is the first vlog I've had in about almost a year, so I figured it's fitting that my time of suffering is worthy content. But this bag of coffee that I've had, probably the better part of maybe close to a year and a half now. I forgot the fresh coffee at my old house, so I had this and this. This bag and this bag are no longer produced by Dunkin' Donuts, so I think that's just telling right there. But it's best not for resale, used by either 1 or 7. So either January 18th or July 18th of 2017. I'm going to assume, because of the curvature of the 7 in the picture, that it's 1, so January 18th, 2017. It's obviously April now, and we're a couple of days from Wrestlemania, just to kind of give you a perspective. And my stomach started turning, and I was anticipating, if I got sick or something like that, or I started feeling sick, inspect the coffee a little further, because I know coffee loses its taste over years, but I didn't know if it really went bad, because I didn't get a clear answer off the internet until I read further into articles, and my stupidity got the best of me. So I guess you're supposed to look for mold or mildew or a bad smell or something along those lines, or if it's gone rancid. It hasn't had any of that. There's no mold or mildew or any rancidness, and it tastes just like it did. But if I do happen to start throwing up my brains or shitting out my intestines, it'll be the coffee. So this is just a forewarning to you. Even if I don't get sick from it, do not drink year-old coffee. Not really a great idea. I don't care if you think, oh, it's just going to lose taste, I'll just put extra sugar in it, or extra cream in it, or extra milk in it, or something along those lines. No, just don't. It's bad enough that I do it for well, at this point, views. But, you know, I would rather you not do it. So that's why I'm making the vlog, and also to explain the inactivity today, despite my clear wanting to get things going with WrestleMania weekend. God damn it, WrestleMania. And WrestleMania is pulling me back in, which fucking sucks, but I'll probably give you an update tomorrow or later today to see how everything's going, but until then, probably not the best idea to drink your old coffee. So, but, you know, if I'm gonna be sick and it's already starting to kick in, then why not see it try to fucking take me over? So cheers. It may have been a bad idea, but I'm gonna finish that cup nonetheless. And for your information, these are the coffee grounds. Still smell pretty good. You know, as it looks, there's no mold or mildew very visible. Smells just like it did, maybe a little less, filling the air with a beautiful hazelnut aroma. But yeah, I mean, it tastes just like it did. I put a little bit more sugar in it and a little bit more cream in it than I usually do, just to kind of kick up the flavor, like you do with salt on fries. The salt, I guess, makes, at least in my opinion, kind of, I guess, or would assume that it makes the taste buds more sensitive to taste, which, you know, then make the fries taste better. I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist, nor am I a mathologist. But yeah, just letting you know that update. And aside from that, if I don't put out a preview today for WrestleMania weekend shows, I'll just give you my quick thoughts that are very noteworthy, I guess, or at least somewhat noteworthy, just in case I don't get time to do the previews. For example, TakeOver, New Orleans. I love the design of the North American Championship. I love its old school fashion, and it's a belt that I would love to wear. Aleister Black and Almas should be one of the best matches on the year. Adam Cole pulls double duty. I don't think he'll win both matches, but I think he'll win one, and I think it'll most likely be the Tag Team Championship match. Authors of Pain are most likely moving up. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa should have the feud of the year, and I'm looking forward to that kicking off. Supercard of Honor, I'm looking forward to Dalton Castle versus Marty Scurll. I'll watch I watch Supercard of Honor before I watch TakeOver, then I'll watch a replay of TakeOver because I have the network. But I'm looking forward to Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll, and especially Cody and Kenny. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where that goes, and if any of the Being the Elite works are involved in any way of that. I don't know what the title matches are, but I guarantee you I'll be interested in the 6-man tag titles and the television title. Maybe not the World Tag Team title, but, you know, to each his own. And then WrestleMania, it's a stacked card, but I'm not going to hold out hope that they will execute properly. I don't tend to have much hope in WWE like I do with other promotions, like, you know, USW, of course, and Northeast Wrestling, and to Defiant to an extent. Ring of Honor to an extent, and especially New Japan. But yeah. Reigns is going to beat Lesnar, we all know that. AJ and Shinsuke I don't think will deliver to the extent that they did at Wrestle Kingdom, but I hope nonetheless they get a high spot on the card, not treated like Orton versus Wyatt last year, where it was like the starter of the main event matches. I hope Braun fights by himself and wins the tag titles, though I don't think that's going to happen. I hope Matt Hardy wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm looking forward to the first women's match in WrestleMania, or the first singles match between two women at WrestleMania since WrestleMania 23, obviously Melina versus Ashley Massaro in 2007. And I think that's about that. And then I think the call-ups after WrestleMania will be Johnny Gargano, the Authors of Pain, the Iconic Duo, Ember Moon, and I'll go out on a limb and say Roderick Strong for no reason. But that's my opinion on that. WrestleCon shows, Lucha Underground versus Impact Wrestling, I think will be great for both shows. I hope they stream that in some way, if it's a future episode of Lucha Underground or Impact, most likely Impact Wrestling, based off of the way they go about programming television. I'm interested in that, and reading the results of that, because I can't go to WrestleCon myself, sadly. Boo-hoo. But yeah, that's that. Call to Greatness, Alicia Sinclair is going to make her debut at Call to Greatness 13, effectively meaning that there will be two women, or at least a woman, fighting in a recently promotion match for the first time in about 9 years, almost 10 years, if a couple of months had gone by. So that's going to be historic in the making. Zach Hardy and Kyle Reese inside Hell in a Cell. I think that's going to be great, just because the injured wrist and Reese's limited in-ring ability, since he's not a wrestler. I think the Hell in a Cell is perfect environment to kind of hide the weaknesses of both wrestlers. James and Mr. Anthony, I think, will be good. I don't think it'll deliver 100%. I think Majigata and Cannon will be fantastic. I'm pretty sure they're going to close out the night. I've heard all titles are going to be on the line, so Paul Orlando will defend the global title. Suzuki Hirokashi will defend the international title against, I heard, either a rematch against Verse 9 or Crimson Red, which I'm looking forward to that. Eli Kaner, Alexander Rotten, Derek Carter have all been made official for the King and Case match. Marvelous Brothers the Marvelous guys now have a name. Fernandez and Gringo now have an official name, the Marvelous Brothers in Arms, so that's awesome. Jack Ramsey and Austin Cole and Samuel North and Blaine North. I guess Samuel North is now officially part of the Promised Land. I'm looking forward to that, and I don't know exactly what the outcome will be, but I guarantee you it'll be a good match. Excuse me. Big news with USW is going to debut new championship belt designs for all 8 active championships. Well, 10 if you count the tag team titles as 2 each. But all of them are getting facelifts, so that's going to be strange, especially with the like the USW title with the hexagon plate. I think that's iconic. That's a shock to see go away. And Majigeta's designed World Heavyweight Championship. I hope that plays into the story between their match and what he does afterwards with the title itself. Blue belt title going from the 2 Bs, which is just the center plate alone, to an actual center plate. That's kind of like the Ring of Honor television title, going from the stubby thing to the excuse me, expansive thing. Disappointed the Global Championship is going away, the current design, just because of, it's... I like the WWE Cruiserweight title. The Global title reminds me a lot about the Cruiserweight title, except, with a white strap and gold plate, obviously. And I think, it looks fucking fantastic right now, but, change is necessary from time to time. And, yeah, that's about that. I'll make the announcement in a couple of days, but after Call to Greatness, now that Intensity and Severity will be streamed live from now on, or from post Call to Greatness 13 and onwards, my Wednesday night Intensity and Friday night Severity reviews will continue forward, so that's good for that. Other news in my life, I'm going to a concert on May 11th. I call it a supercard concert because all 4 bands have had an influence in some case, or in some instance, on their respective genres. Hailstorm and In This Moment will be headlining the show, with also artists New Year's Day and Stitched Up Heart. I like all bands. Hailstorm I love. New Year's Day is fantastic. Stitched Up Heart actually followed my old band on Twitter, which was awesome, and thank God I found their music so awesome as well. And In This Moment I never really got into, but I'll definitely be forcing myself to, so that way I can become familiar with their work before I go to the concert. That'll be in Massachusetts. If you want to see me, it's on May 11th in Lowell, Massachusetts, at the UMass Tusongus at UMass Center or Arena or something like that in Lowell, Massachusetts. It's about 3 hours away from me, so I'm used to the drive now, working with USW. Aside from that, I hear a lot of comments about a girlfriend in my life. I'm not going to answer to that, but I'll address that, just that way you don't think I'm ignoring you. And that's about that. I'm now going to go try to write a song, which I hope will get there. Oh yeah, and Letter Yesterday's plan in mind right now is switch from releasing a full-length studio album to a full-length EP. We're going to call it the 6284 EP. The reason for that will be confirmed in a month's time. We hope to be able to record it and release it on Spotify, iTunes, and possibly a single on YouTube, possibly here. By the end of 2018, we're going to be self-funding and self-recording and self-releasing this album, just to kind of see where our audience could lie and if we can make traction with it. So it'll be independently produced and released. Yeah, hope you follow that. Letter Yesterday's Twitter and Instagram pages both have the same handle, at LTYRock. On Twitter, it's at capital L, capital T, capital Y, lowercase ROCK. And on Instagram, because capital letters are apparently an afterthought for them, it'll be at all lowercase LTYROCK. So with that being said, thank you for watching. This has been the return of the vlogs. I hope to be able to do this more consistently because it gives you more in-depth insight into my life. And, you know, it allows for some, you know, discussability with you guys. I hope to be more active on YouTube, which will definitely happen with vlogs coming out, hopefully more consistently Wednesday night intensity and Friday night severity, reviews being aplenty. I'll try to review more mainstream wrestling shows like Impact and how WWE from time to time, despite me being completely burned out and lost faith in them. I'll probably be doing a Wrestlemania review if I don't react to it live, and I hope to. The internet has had kind of problems going around, so I'm trying to kind of get that under control, so that way I can stream while watching the show. I'll possibly doing a Defiant review after time to time. I'm going to start asking backyard wrestling promotions if I can review their shows from time to time, just to kind of give them a little bit of traction and see if I can get into more underground kind of wrestling. You know, all of you know I'm a wrestler, but I wrestle for promotion now that had its roots go all the way back from starting in a backyard in Niantic, Connecticut, which I reference all the time. So I appreciate backyard wrestling, and I love backyard wrestling. It's gotten me to where I am today, and I want to be able to support every backyard wrestler that I can that does a great job, especially like ESW, which has gone strong for over a decade now. And yeah, that's the plan right now. A lot of things in the works. The Zach question mark series I hope to start up sometime soon. The rewind or the review rewind I hope to be able to do semi-consistently. The Holy Cross Crusaders franchise mode, I'm trying to kind of get back into that mold, but I've got so much going on, especially with the band and other projects, especially called Greatness Surgery, moving into a new apartment soon, hopefully. College courses starting up in the fall to kind of get into, but I'm definitely trying to focus on at least a Holy Cross Crusaders franchise mode episode once every month or every 3 weeks or something along those lines, and I'm hoping to be able to record and release an episode by the end of the month, hopefully. You know, give me time. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was vlog number 79, first one in almost a year. Thank you for watching again. I hope you enjoyed. More like, comment. Couldn't pick a worse time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy, and I'm gonna go take a shit. Bye.